Hello, this is Stanley Phillips, joined with Guy Corrubia. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released a report on unemployment for March 2014. Bloomberg News reports that companies powered the U.S. job market passed a milestone as private employment exceeded the pre-recession peak for the first time. Employers added 192,000 jobs in March versus estimates of 200,000 jobs by leading economists. The unemployment rate was unchanged at 6.7%. In addition, in January and February's numbers were revised upward.
The labor force participation rate slightly ticked up to 63.2%. This is due to a drop in the number of discouraged workers to 698,000, which is the fewest since March 2009. Private jobs accounted for all growth in employment last month, as government agencies showed no change in hiring. Specific sectors of the economy are labeled as key leaders in job growth over the last month: retailers, construction companies, as well as healthcare providers.
Many believe job growth was slower in the winter months due to having a harsher winter than normal. February and March job numbers are seen as encouraging growth in the economy. However, the rate of growth is still not to the amount where the Fed will slow its bond buying strategic plan. Fed Chairwoman Janet Yellen was quoted as saying, "It still feels like a recession to many Americans."
The graph shows a simplified version of the U.S. labor market. The labor demand increased in March as the economy added a net gain of 192,000 new jobs. This is represented in the graph as an increase in demand for labor from employers and is shown by the shift rightward from D1 to D2.
The supply of labor also increased as the number of discouraged workers fell. This is shown by the shift from S1 to S2. Overall, the number of participants in the labor market increased from Q1 to Q2.
This offsetting shift of increase of labor supplied and increase in labor demanded shows real wage in the labor market did not change significantly. In fact, the report showed hourly earnings were little changed at $24.30 for the month on average compared with $24.31 in the month of February.
Question 1. As the Federal Reserve continues its attempts to increase job growth in the U.S. economy, do you think attempts to increase the stagnant wages of American workers should also be emphasized?
Do you believe the Federal Reserve should focus more on the labor participation rate versus its current focus on the unemployment rate?